Hello YouTube! Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and Fan. So the time is approximately 6:39 p.m. and the current date is Wednesday, August 23rd, 2017. I wanted to show Mary Burrell this. This is the coffee that I was drinking. This is Oriental Pastry and Grocery Company. It is a dark roast, and they specialize in Middle Eastern foods. They are located on Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. And I will definitely, I don't actually think they have a website. Isn't that so crazy? These days everybody has a website, so it's like, no website. Oh my God. Yeah, they do not have a website. But you know what? They do wholesale, retail, and mail order. Okay. So, this is actually going to be my final commentary video about my very first tarot tag, hashtag tarot tag 8, and my very first oracle card tag, hashtag oracle card 7. And I wanted to do a commentary because I found the responses to the questions that I posed in both tags fascinating. I enjoyed every response to every question. So I found it fascinating that virtually every person who participated in my hashtag tarot tag 8 and hashtag oracle card 7 replied that they used a combination of both memorized meanings and intuitive insights regarding reading the cards, whether they're tarot cards and oracle cards or other divination card systems like Lenormand, Kipper, my beloved Naipe. And that was another thing. I definitely want to make sure that you know that I'm also preparing for my very second as opposed to my very first tarot tag and oracle card tag. My intention is to officially launch them the first full week of September of 2017. So that would be the week of Labor Day. But I don't think it'll be Labor Day itself. I think it'll actually be either the Wednesday after that, which is the 6th, or the Friday after that, which is the 8th. But we'll see. We'll see. I definitely feel led to make sure that they are officially out there and live and published this first full week of next month. The other thing that I found fascinating was that there was a little bit of confusion as to what I meant by divination decks and oracle card decks. I'm going to lovingly recommend that those of you who are going to participate in and do a video reply, or a VR for short, that you visit the accompanying blog post, because in the blog post I definitely listed everything. When I created the blog post to accompany hashtag oracle card 7, I definitely indicated that I mean every deck other than tarot, and that would include Lenormand. Basically any deck of cards that could be used as a divination deck, including a regular deck of playing cards. And I must admit, I found that fascinating because, even to this day, a regular deck of playing cards doesn't speak to me. I wish it did. I mean, there really are some tarot decks and some divination decks that are beautiful and are wonderful and are amazing, but they don't speak to me. And I know that that's not a bad thing. I know that. I still find it a little frustrating. Lenormand is exquisite. It's a beautiful divination system, and I don't know why it doesn't draw me more, because there are some really gorgeous Lenormand decks out there, and every time I've seen them I'm like, oh, I would want that, and yet I don't have them. Go figure. Anyway, I also found it fascinating that all but 1 or 2 people were like, no, I am definitely not creating a tarot deck. No. 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 I found those moments to be some of the most entertaining. And I say that with love. I say that with complete love and light. There were times when I watched the VRs and I had a lot on my mind, and there were times that I had a rough day, and there were times that I was still worrying about something or someone, and those moments lightened my spirit enormously, and I cannot thank all of you enough for that. So, so I want to thank those of you who did that, because your VRs absolutely did that. I can honestly say, after every video reply that I've received for both hashtag Oracle Card 7 and hashtag Tarot Tag 8, I love all of them. Yes, I have my favorites. I will tell you I have my favorites. I will not deny I have my favorites. Some of you know which are my favorites. And just because I didn't mention yours as my favorite doesn't mean it's not my favorite. My intention is to make my questions for my very next tarot tag and my very next Oracle card tag much clearer and more concise, and limit the number of two-part or multi-part questions. In fact, my sense is I probably will not have any. But for the record, I have not formulated how many questions each tag will have. More than likely, I will stick to a single-digit number. More than for both my next tarot tag and my next Oracle card tag. Number two, I will definitely have a variety of questions, and I'm definitely looking at making my questions a little more original. I certainly don't want to repeat a question, but there are some questions that might be a little bit out there. You know, one that came to mind now, I'm like, I'm curious about that. You know, and the other part of it is, well, would somebody acknowledge that publicly? Some people would, some people wouldn't. Some of you might be like, oh yeah, I've done that before. I'm not ashamed. And some of you might be like, I don't know if I want to tell that in public to the world. Or to the world of YouTube, which is kind of the world, but anyway. I really do want to thank all of you for having, for those of you who did record and upload VRs to both my tarot tag and my Oracle card tag. I enjoyed them very much. I learned from every one of them. Yes, I enjoyed some more than others. And I also want to acknowledge that it gave me the opportunity to get to know more of you. Because some of you, it was like a peripheral thing. You know, some of you I'm like, oh, I've seen that name before. Oh, I've heard that name before. Or, you know, I remember that person's videos. But now I have an awareness of you. Now I'm like, I know who you are. I know that you are magnificent, and you're fun, and you're wonderful. You know, and that makes me very happy. And on a personal note, you know, for a lot of reasons, and I'm not going to go into all the reasons, I'm not going to go into what's behind those reasons. I mean, that really isn't necessary right now. But for the vast majority of my life, I really didn't feel like I belonged. And even now, there are times when I actually need to stop and take a moment and realize, oh, I am a part of a community. And I'm a part of several communities. And then it's like, oh, I'm an appreciated member of this particular community. Oh, okay. So, you know, I don't really notice that much. And it's not because I lack self-esteem. I mean, yeah, there are moments when my self-esteem is virtually non-existent, and there are moments when my self-esteem is brighter than the sun. And there are moments in between. But I will say that it's, and I think Oprah Winfrey said it best, it's an aha moment. It's like, aha, I am a member of a community. And not only am I a member of this community, I'm a member of several communities, and I am an appreciated member of said communities. And I like that. You know, it's very moving, and it touches my heart, to be perfectly honest about it. It really does. And please feel free to remind me of that. if your divine guidance is saying, you know what, I need to take a moment and remind Robert Alvarez, the psychic witch, that he is a part and a valued part of so many wonderful communities. Because you know what? I might need to hear that day. I don't assume anything. Don't you assume nothing neither. And I definitely am looking forward to, being surprised. And I think I don't remember when I said this, but I think I said this with regards to Jilly Freeman, because I'm having a recollection, and it could have been in a comment, or it could have been in my VR to her August spread video. But I distinctly remember saying or writing something to the effect of, well, people can keep surprising me. You know, if somebody wants to do a VR to hashtag TarotTag8, and we're looking at doing this, and they're going to do this in January 2018, I won't be upset. I'll be thrilled. I'll be like, oh, wow. I consider that a very beautiful birthday gift, by the way. But don't let that stop you. If you want to give me other birthday gifts, please feel free. So I'm definitely like, yeah, I'm looking forward to what else I can come up with. And of course, I know that I am long overdue to take a look at the different tarot tags and oracle card tags that are out there, and say, and I want to expand my my tag vocabulary. I might even do a rune tag. Wouldn't that be cool? And I say that because I still think back to giving readings at Catland's most recent Black Mirror salon, and my rune castings were more accurate than they've ever been. Now, mind you, I've only been offering rune castings or rune readings professionally for a few years. Really only for about, officially for about a year to, let's say 2 years. So the fact that my readings have become so much more accurate in a short amount of time with runes was just like, oh my fucking gods. Like it really blew my mind. And some of the, and I also couldn't help but listen to what those clients who had rune castings with me at that Black Mirror salon had said to me, and what I overheard them say to Melissa, who's one of Catland's co-owners. But anyway, so I want to thank you, YouTube, for honoring who I am and what I do. I want to thank all of you who did create VRs for hashtag TarotTag8 and hashtag OracleCard7 yet again. And I will probably keep thanking you for making the time to create those video replies, to upload them, to give me the honor and pleasure of liking them and sharing them on different social media platforms, which I really hadn't intended to tell you, but I wanted to tell you that that's how happy they made me. So yeah. Oops, secrets out. Spoilers. But yeah, so I thank you for doing that. They made me very, 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 very happy, and they made me feel very happy and very peaceful, and they eliminated a lot of stress for me, and they just made me feel like I am absolutely loved and honored and appreciated and valued. And if you have not already subscribed to the YouTube channel of yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan, please do so. And if you have not already scheduled your reading with yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, I invite you to do so now, because you might want to keep the appointment you want. Remember, I am approaching the busiest time of the year. You want to keep the appointment you want, make sure you let me know. So thank you, and I wish all of you many blessings, many gifts, and many loving and lavish surprises from the universe.